read this. It was a wilderness no longer. Civilized man had now planted his foot upon the shore and was wresting the wilderness from nature whilst building all these. Hang on, this goes on. And that spot was known by the unromantic but practical name of Mechanics Bay. And then we came to the pretty slopes of the little bay where the white tents, which we could see so plainly from the island, nestled amongst the brushwood. And this spot had a name also unromantic, Official Bay. For here the first magnates, interesting word, lands had squatted themselves down, and then we rounded point and glided in the commercial bay. The capital. A few boats and canoes on the beach, a few tents, margin of the bay, and then a sea of ferns stretching away as far as the eye could see. We hauled the canoe up on a high and dry and betook ourselves straight away from the footpath to where the deputy governor, who had perched himself on a cliff point to look view of the harbour. He kindly greeted us, and we asked him how the young capital prospered and how a survey proceeded, and what prospect there was for first sale of town lots taking place. So nothing was still built here. Waving his hand from the cliff point of view and stretching it towards us, he said, "You see what is going on out there? Our Maori neighbours have come to the rescue and are busily at work building whares for us." So basically, these people that have come here couldn't even build their own fucking house. And we're told that Maori lived in little shacks and parasites that were just made of wood. And then turned round again, waved his hand away to Mechanics Bay and said, "And there you can see the government sawyers hard at work, and in due course of time we shall have some offices erected and a roof over our heads." But nobody knew how to make one, under which the surveyors will be able to map out their work. But to tell you the truth, we've been more busy housing ourselves than doing anything else. Intense. They didn't know how to build a house. He's just said he didn't know how to build a house. The founders of Auckland erected tents in clearings among the fern and bracken which covered the slopes near the shore. Work began on burning off the scrub to facilitate the surveying and the building of more permanent buildings. The superintendent of works, William Mason, was responsible for finding supplies of timber and sand, for establishing a brickworks, and for the oh dear. Establishing a brickworks, suitable timber and sand, for establishing a brickworks for the construction of government buildings on site. Oh, what a crock of shit. A government store was built in commercial store bay. Houses for government officials were cited, or exclusions. So even though the Maori had to build them some little huts they didn't know what to do, in 4 years all of that was built. Ding-a-ling-a-ling, I read bullshit. Where's this? So this is already, even though I can't believe this. So this is a plan of how it had developed by 1842. So they couldn't even build themselves a house. And according to this crock of shit, this is what had happened in... Remember, back to that beginning, Hobson didn't even land here till the end of 1840. Would he have even sat here? Nobody was here till then. And then all of a sudden, a year, 2 years later, when these settlers, it even said they had no brickworks. They only had timber and sand. Oh, dear, dear, dear. The plan for Auckland. See, lies. So this is survey and plan for Auckland was submitted to the governor in November 1840. It's just said, here. Where was it? He didn't get here till 1840. There we go. Same book. Didn't get here till 1840. He was doing all this stuff that I've just mentioned earlier in the video. You know, just place names, still hadn't decided where. This was already up to 1841. Remember, it was mud flats. So this was by October, apparently he said where, 1840, where it was going to be. Yeah? Nothing there. Nothing there according to this drawing. And then, all of a sudden, ta-da! Lies, eh, Cloud? Yeah, we don't believe this one little bit. So, yeah. And it even said they hadn't even taken all the bracken out. Wow, these are superheroes, I think. Wow. Lies, lies, lies. So what's the date on this one? 1843. So you can already see some of the facade on these buildings. You can see the mud. Look at these little people in the middle. There's like 3 people here. Yet they've managed to build all this in a couple of years. Life in the 1840s. Wow. Yeah, during the year 1840, great progress was made. The town laid out, public buildings erected, chiefly of wood, the harbour full of shipping. Every week brought immigrants. That's a lie. You've just totally changed what you've said in this same book. Nothing happened till November, and now you're telling us in 1840 that all this happened. Wow, what a crock of shit. Small settlement, blah 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 blah, Bonds Force, now 4th Street in 842. The houses were clustered. Saw timber, absolutely impossible. Impossible. What's this one? Oh my goodness, look at that. Government House, 1841. They hadn't even decided at the end of 1840, according to this book, where they were even going to put shit. And now all of a sudden, they've got this. And they've got brickworks. And they've got all these. What's that? 1852. Look at this. You can see the mud floods. They aren't building this. They're clearing it. Look at these houses. Look at these in the distance. Oh my goodness. Telling me that people, why would you build things this big? These are just, I mean, this is still a drawing, remember. Still drawings. Look, he's got a fucking wheelbarrow. These people aren't building anything. They're the controllers. They're the people that have found Auckland. Let's see, so in October 1842, the first large group of colonists arrived. So now you're saying that I'm sorry, back to the beginning. It said this at the beginning, people didn't even arrive till October 1842. Wow. When they came, the settlers' communities were very limited. Roads in the town were mud tracks. Yeah, because the accommodation provided new arrivals was limited to rope ferries and Mechanics Bay. So on one hand, you're telling me there's just ferries and there's nothing here on that page. What page is it? 20 thing. Yeah, on the page before, that's the plan in 1841. 1844. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Lies, lies, lies. Lies, lies, lies. Wow. 1841, like who built that? But they didn't build them themselves, did they? Wow. Look at these beautiful buildings. Look at this. Look at these. Look at the size of them windows. Look at these in the distance. Huge, huge, huge. These buildings are still in Auckland. I am going to go for a trip. I've not done Auckland yet, just because I don't really like going in the city. Why would I want to when I live here? Bit rainy today. Hey, cloud. Look at these buildings. Wow. Look at this. Look at them. The mud flooded. You can see the mud flooded. Look at this one. It's literally under the ground. That one. Literally under the ground. Sorry, my dirty nails have been in gardening. Look at these. Look at that in the distance. Look at this one on the hill. Golly gosh. These people, this is all mud flooded town. Look at it. These people did not build this by 1852. 10 years. Not a shitting else chance. This is a great book. What's this one? This actually looks like a photograph. 1865. No, 1865. You can see the mud flooded streets, look. Akarana Road. Oh, we do like K Road. I'm not even going to read it because it's just bullshit. Look at these massive, massive, massive. There's still not many people there. Wrought iron. Huge brick buildings. Huge, huge brick buildings. This is a good book.